There's major shrinkage going on right now. Woo! Pretty damn good fishing here at Emigrant. Stoked. We've got a good view right here on the rocks of Relief Reservoir. We're gonna do what we have to do to get there.
Okay, let's go.
Welcome to Toyota Time with Timmy the Toolman and John. Today, we obviously have something different for you based off of the title of the video. This is not going to be a Toyota or Lexus automotive video. This is going to be me sharing something that I enjoy doing, backpacking in the great outdoors. If you haven't figured it out yet by watching our videos, you know that I like biking and I like doing other things in the outdoors like hiking, backpacking, fishing, that sort of thing. My first love wasn't Toyotas. It was the outdoors, and it still is my first love. The outdoors is my primary passion. Working on Toyota and Lexus vehicles takes a back seat to that. Now with that said, I find doing this YouTube channel very rewarding. I like the fact that our videos that Sean and I are making and the other people that contribute are helping make are helping out people all over the world be able to fix, maintain, or modify their Toyota and Lexus vehicles. I find it very rewarding that we're able to do that for people. But if it came down to a choice of me doing something fun in the outdoors and turning wrenches in my garage, I'm going to choose the outdoor experience every time because I just find it a lot more enjoyable, a lot more relaxing, and I'm communing with nature. So I thought, why not bring my Samsung phone and we'll be able to use the phone for navigation and to be able to take video. And I thought it would be cool to share this with you because I know a lot of you out there are outdoor enthusiasts as well. You like to go four-wheeling, you like the outdoors. So I thought some of you might get a kick out of watching this experience that I did with my wife Alison. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do, let me know in the comments. And basically, this will be a test run. If you guys and gals like this sort of content, maybe I'll do more stuff like this on some of my adventures in the outdoors. Not just four-wheeling videos, but maybe some biking trips and other hiking and backpacking trips. So let me know in the comments if you like this sort of thing, and maybe we'll provide more of this content on our channel. With all that said, let's get started with this adventure. We start our trip at Kennedy Meadows, which you can access right off of Highway 108, which is Sonora Pass. Our plan for our first day was to make it all the way to Sheep Camp, but based off of how hard the trail was, there was a lot of elevation gain and there was quite a few miles to get to Sheep Camp. We came up a little short and camped at a nice little campground along Summit Creek. So I'll zoom out a little bit and I'll show you where that camp is. You're going south on the trail. You'll come across a couple junctures. The one that goes to Kennedy Lake right there. And then you pass by Relief Reservoir. The trail goes up above it, but you could look down on it. And then there are some trails that dump you down right along Grouse Creek right there. You can see the little trails and you can see the little symbol that shows camping down there. You continue south and you'll see a turn off to Relief Valley. It's Relief Valley Trail. You keep on going straight. And then we get to this spot where Summit Creek comes right close to the trail. There's a nice little campsite along a boulder. It's protected by the wind, and that's where we make our first camp. On the second day, we leave our camp at Summit Creek and we continue to head in a southeasterly direction. We pass by Sheep Camp, which was our proposed first campsite. And then we start heading east and we go through Lunch Meadow and then we hit a turnoff. We turn right and go towards Emigrant Lake, but if you go left, you would go up and over Brown Bear Pass right there. And then Brown Bear Pass leads to Emigrant Meadow Lake, which was right here. So going back to our route, we head south and we make it all the way to Emigrant Lake. Our campsite was the first waypoint you see on the trail. It's that one right there. It's our camping spot. And then there's another one just a little bit further up amongst the boulders where we end up meeting a father and son duo that joined us the second day that we were at Emigrant. And so this is where we spend our second night and third night. Our original plan was to do a loop and not an out and back, but once we got to Emigrant Lake, we decided we were pretty tired and we would abandon our plan to do a bigger loop. But I'll show you what I was planning on doing originally. So I'll pan back out and you'll see that the trail continues to now go west and it goes towards Buck Lakes. And there's a trail that leads in between Buck Lakes and along the Buck Lake shores and connects up with another route. When I was trying to make the route on my Gaia app, it wouldn't allow me to make that route through the lakes, but I talked to a guy at Kennedy Meadows and he says for sure that route that goes between the two Buck Lakes is in existence and you can do that route. So that was going to be my plan. And then we were originally going to spend our third night at the edge of Huckleberry, where I put that waypoint right there at the end of the lake. And then our proposed fourth night was going to be at Emigrant Meadow Lake. So we were going to head back east, cut up north, go east again. You go by Middle Emigrant Lake, and then you make it to Emigrant Meadow Lake. And then where that waypoint is, I learned that that's a good area in the meadow to have a campground. And then we were going to finish the loop, go through Brown Bear Pass, connect up with the loop that we came in on, and then head west and then north back to Kennedy Meadows. So the last day from Emigrant Meadow Lake all the way back to Kennedy Meadows was going to be a big day, like 12 miles. But we didn't end up doing that. We just did an out and back from Kennedy Meadows to Emigrant Lake and back. But it was still a very good trip, and we had a great time on this route. All right, this is the start of our Emigrant Wilderness backpacking trip. We were originally going to do the Ray Lakes Loop, but the Sequoia and Kings National Parks were closed. Found out the hard way because I stupidly didn't do enough research and drove all the way out there to Road's End at the end of Highway 180 and found out we couldn't do that backpacking trip. So now we're going to do a 4-night, 5-day trip in Emigrant Wilderness, and we're going to take you along for the ride. Are you excited, Allison?
Yes.
Okay, good. We've got our first river crossing. They got a nice bridge here. I think this is the Stanislaus River, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'll figure it out at some point. And there's Allison. Pretty cool trail so far. The landscape is pretty cool. Scenery, it's pretty darn cool. Second bridge of the trip. Nice little waterfall right at this second bridge. What do you think, baby? Almost as beautiful as you, baby. Another nice little waterfall there. We've got a good view right here on the rocks of Relief Reservoir. The trail pretty much goes above it. There's a couple different trails you can get down there, or you could scramble down the rocks. But this is Relief Reservoir. What do you think, baby?
We're at about 3.8 miles.
And that was from the actual road from Kennedy Meadows store, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Another good shot of Relief Reservoir. The dam is on the side we're facing right now. I could zoom in, maybe you could see it better. Yeah, you can see the dam right there. This is the direction we're going. That's the end of the reservoir right there. We're at Grouse Creek and we're doing our first water filtering. It's a nice little spot where the trail crosses, so you don't have to go off trail to get water. So it's really slow and tedious filtering water. This one's pretty good. It's made by MSR. It has a ceramic filter. It does pretty good, but it's not really lightweight. It's about a pound, where other filtration systems are a lot lighter. But I like this because it works pretty good. Some beautiful country out here. We're a decent ways above Relief Reservoir. And this first day is a lot of climbing. Just climb, 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 climb. Right, baby?
Yeah.
Lots of climbing. All right, here's our first camp. We didn't quite make it to Sheep Camp. I think that's what it's called, Sheep Camp. It was just a really hard first day. We didn't get great sleep last night, sleeping in my truck. And this first day was a little bit harder than we expected. We called it a day at 9 miles and 2,700 feet of climbing. So it was quite a bit. But we got a nice little spot here. It's protected from the wind. We got our little yoga studio there to stretch. And then we have a nice water source over here too. We got a creek. So it's a pretty good spot for us to camp for our first night. Not a raging creek, but enough to give us water. Yep, there's our nice little water source. So this is our first camp. And we're hoping for a little bit of an easier day tomorrow, because this was just kind of a hard introduction back into backpacking. We haven't gone backpacking since last summer. So hard first day, but now we just get to enjoy our camp and maybe we'll see a nice sunset. 10 after 5, and it took us about 7 hours to get here. So we weren't breaking any land speed records. We were hiking pretty slow because it was just a ton of uphill and we were both kind of tired. Anyways, this is our first camp in Emigrant Wilderness. What you got going on over here, baby? You got an oven set up for us? You got a little Dutch oven? That'll work. Maybe a little bit bigger. We'll see if we can get the camp stove in there and our cup on top to heat up some water for our dehydrated meals.
A little bit bigger.
Maybe a little bit wider so we can, and taller, I think. Okay. Good job, baby. Okay, baby. What did Chef Timmy cook for you tonight?
Tonight is spaghetti with meatballs and macaroni and cheese.
Mountain House meals. Delicious.
Yum.
And nutritious. Or maybe not nutritious, who knows.
It's warm.
2 cups of boiling water. Pour it in, mix it up. Wait about 9 minutes and you're eating dinner. Yum, yum.
With a spork.
Yummy, yummy in the tummy. With a spork, yeah. It's not a spoon. It's not a fork. It's a spork. Okay. Dinner is served. The sun has set on our first night in Emigrant Wilderness. Got some pretty good color in the sky. What do you think?
It's pretty.
You like it? You glad you're here? Loaded question. How hard was today, baby?
Not a good day.
Pretty hard, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're hoping for an easier day tomorrow. We climbed a lot today, so looking forward to potentially an easier day tomorrow. All right, we'll catch you in the morning. Signing off. Okay, day 2. We're leaving camp pretty darn late in backpacking standards. We're getting out of camp about 10:30, but we slept in a little bit and just had a leisurely morning at our first camp. And our destination today is Emigrant Lake. And if my map reading skills and my Gaia app are accurate, I'm guessing we're going to go about 6.5 miles today. We came up about 1.2 miles short of our goal yesterday of camping at Sheep Camp. So we're gonna hit sheep camp in about 1.2 miles. And then I think it's about another 5.3 miles to about the middle part of Emigrant Lake, where I remember seeing that there was some campgrounds there. There's also ones on the very far edge, so we might go to that one too. So anyways, we're gonna get hiking. This is Lunch Meadow. Pretty cool. What do you think, Allison?
Pretty colorful.
The trail's gotten a little easier, thank God. So hopefully we're going to be making some better progress. They have an elevation marker here. We're getting close to our turnoff to Emigrant Lake. Elevation 9,000. Our turn's coming up. We're at our intersection. If we go left that way, that goes to Brown Bear Pass. I think Brown Bear Pass goes like to about 9,700 feet. And Emigrant Lake is that way. So that's the way we're going to go. Yonder.
That's right.
And hopefully the trek, based off of my map reading skills of topographical maps, it looks like it's not going to be too hard to getting from here to Emigrant, but I've been wrong before, so we'll see how it goes. Supposedly, from here all the way to Emigrant, we're going to overall lose 200 vertical feet, but I don't know if there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. I didn't analyze it that closely, so we're going to do what we have to do to get there.
Okay, here we go.
So Brown Bear Pass is somewhere over there, and then panning towards the area we came from. We came down through that valley, Lunch Meadow, and then now we're going to Emigrant Lake. What do you think about that, baby?
Yay!
Yay, okay. All right. The trail did climb quite a bit right from that intersection, probably about 200 vertical feet, just a bunch of switchbacks. Down there I could zoom in and you could see the trail that we came in on that went right through Lunch Meadow. And we're still climbing.
Yeah.
Maybe not too much further though, but who knows? Famous last words. It's pretty nice out here though. Little breeze, probably, I don't know, what do you think, 70 degrees right now?
Feels like 80.
80? Oh.
But I'm hot.
You're hot. Well, of course you're hot. Okay. I think 75 maybe. All right, we're going to keep on keeping on. It looks like we might have topped out if we're lucky. I just checked my Garmin GPS and it showed 93.37 and we're going that direction right now. And hopefully it's just going to drop down to Emigrant Lake. But we'll soon see. We're at another juncture, our last juncture before we reach Emigrant Lake. So we're going to go straight that way. And then if you hook the left, that goes to Horse Meadow. And that tees into the route that goes over Brown Bear Pass near Emigrant Meadow Lake. So we're almost done with our hike today. Woohoo! This is Emigrant Lake. And now we just got to find ourselves a nice camping spot. Hopefully as close to the water as possible so it's easier to filter water. So hopefully we'll find something maybe in those trees up ahead. We found a nice site, got some trees to break the wind. Think this is going to be home. We called an audible on this trip, and based off of how fast we were hiking and how much I had planned for us to do over this 5-day, 4-night trip, we decided that this is going to be our furthest point out, Emigrant Lake. And we're going to spend a day off tomorrow here, just do some fishing and swimming and chilling out. The next day we'll head back. So this is going to be more of an out and back and not a loop. But it's still great. And who cares if we didn't do what we planned? It's still going to be nice. And we're out in the outdoors and we're having a good time. Right, baby?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now we get to enjoy the fruits of our labor. We're going to do a little swimming here and a little fishing. Maybe we'll have some trout for dinner. Who knows? Pretty awesome spot. I think we have it all to ourselves, but there could be somebody else here, maybe on the far end. But anyways, it's pretty tranquil here. Tell the people what we're having for dinner tonight at Emigrant Lake.
We're having chicken and dumplings and lasagna.
All right, yeah. Mountain House, chicken and dumplings and lasagna. 2 cups of water is all you need. Hot water, that is, boiling water. We built a little oven in here to put our stove. It's steaming, okay. Camp stove cave right there. Works pretty good. Keeps the wind off your flame, so you have better flameage. Okay, we gotta wait 9 minutes and we can start eating. The sun has set at Emigrant Lake. Here's our view. And where we went swimming wasn't the greatest fishing, so I'm going to go to the far end of the lake, way out that way, and hopefully find some deeper water and maybe catch a fish for tomorrow. But it was too shallow. It doesn't drop off deep enough, so I don't think the fish were in the shallow water. They're in the deeper water, so I got to find where that deeper water is. But we have a beautiful sky. It's clear. It's not too cold yet. Our camp is right over there in the trees. We got a big granite dome right above us. I don't know what that is called. Maybe I'll figure it out. But yeah, we're gonna eat dinner. Maybe hopefully see some stars. There was a full moon last night, so not many stars, but maybe we'll see some tonight. It's our second morning on our trip. We got perfect blue skies, perfect weather. Here's a good shot of that dome right above our campsite at the edge of Emigrant Lake. I looked on the map. It doesn't have a name, but it's pretty darn spectacular. It's a nice view right from our campsite. And we're gonna get ready to start our day of taking a break at Emigrant Lake. And we're gonna do some fishing and just chilling out and swimming and enjoying the outdoors. And what are we having for breakfast, baby?
Gingerbread oatmeal.
Gingerbread oatmeal. Let's start the day. First cast, second day at Emigrant Lake, a fish. It's not a big one, but it's finding pretty damn good for a small trout. I think we're going to let this one go. Got a lot of fighting them for a small fish. It's actually decent size. Pretty good size. I think I will keep it. That's going to be good for dinner. Look at the colors on that. That's not a rainbow. I wish I knew trout better, but that's not a rainbow. That's something else. Maybe the fishing experts will tell me what it is, but first cast and a fish. Okay, second cast, second fish. I guess I found a good spot. Or yesterday I was just fishing a little bit over there, nothing. It's a little bit deeper right here. But yeah, I mean, this is a good spot. Yeah, you catching that?
Yeah.
It's another decent sized one. I'm going to bring it down here so I can take it off the hook easier. Second one. Pretty damn good fishing here at Emigrant. Stoked. So what ended up happening when I was putting on the other, I think it's a brown trout, it fell off. It wriggled out of my hand and went into the lake, so we lost it. But we got a rainbow in the same spot. So now we got 2 good sized fish. I think this is enough for us. The rest of the day, I'm just gonna catch and release. I'm not gonna keep them. This is enough for us for a nice lunch. Okay, I didn't want to have all the fun, so I hooked another one. I'm letting Alison bring it in. Don't manhandle it. No, don't lift it out of the water. Don't lift it out of the water. Keep it in the water. Okay, step back a little bit. Step back off the rock. Bring it over towards me. Hey, little buddy. Okay, it's another brown, I guess. All right, we got another one, but this girl's going back in. That was hooked good. Looks like I got another rainbow. The last brown I caught, I couldn't get the hook out very well, and I ended up hurting the fish. I let go the big rainbow, and I kept the brown. I'm gonna let this guy go too. This is another nice sized rainbow.
How many fish does that make it?
We've got 2. This is the 4th one. I lost one, and then traded one. Okay. Good sized rainbow. That's pretty badass.
Wow.
Okay, you're gonna live to hunt another day, fishy.
Be free.
Woohoo! This is fun. Okay, one more for the road. We're not going to keep this one either, but looks like another brown. It's getting close to lunchtime. We're going to cook up some fish. Another nice brown. All right, here's what we got going for the kitchen for the trout. We actually brought some butter, and it's going to kind of smear it on here, I guess. Usually don't bring butter, so I've never really tried this. I don't know how well it's going to work. I think I'm just going to leave it in like that. And then we got a little spice pack of like salt, pepper, 21 Salute from Trader Joe's, and everyday seasoning, all kinds of stuff. So I'm just going to sprinkle some on here.
Regular cooking show.
Is that going to be enough for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll save some for tomorrow if we catch some more fish. Now I got to wrap this sucker up. Question is, how well is it going to fit in this little pan? Not that well. I'll have to kind of bend it in there. Hopefully it'll work, because we got our little oven. It's like making Jiffy Pop popcorn. For a camp stove, I really like this Snow Peak one. It's a really ultralight one. I was using a jet boil for a long time, which jet boils work really good to heat up water. But I wanted to save some weight. And I think by going to this setup and then having a titanium pot that doubles as my drinking and eating cup, I saved quite a bit of weight by doing that, by getting rid of the big jet boil canister. And then you just, hook it up to your isobutane propane mix, whatever it's called. It's a mix of gas. And then these little suckers fan out to where you can hold a pot or a pan on there pretty good. And then we're going to light it in our little oven that we made here. Then we got another piece of foil. I'm going to wrap this around the top so it kind of steams in there too. Now it's really looking like Jiffy Pop. Okay, we're cooking.
You're gonna close the front door. Good job.
We got a little front door here too to close. Doesn't cover the whole entry, but good enough. All right, let's see how we did. I did make a mistake. I flipped it over and then the butter was leaking out, which we didn't want. So what we did is we opened it up and then flipped the fish inside the foil and then put it to where the folded side was facing up. So it looks like it's cooked. Yeah. That was about like 4 minutes per side. All right, we're gonna eat some fish. How do you like the fish, baby?
It's so good. It's really good.
The bees like it too, or the flies like it. Yeah, there was a smudge on there. You touched it with their finger at some point. I decided I didn't have enough fun yet, so back fishing, and I got another brown trout on here.
Yeah, a little fishy.
Pretty good fishing at Emigrant Lake, I have to say. And The lure I'm using is just a Panther Martin, a bigger one, so it's got some weight to it, so I can huck it out there further. Because the fish, you know, when it's hot out, are going to want to be in deeper water. So a heavier lure, you get out to deeper water, that's your better bet. Bought it at Bass Pro Shop right before we left, so I'm glad I bought it.
Hey, fishy.
Hi, fishy. Let's see, is he done? He's not done fighting yet. You done fighting? Nope. He just wants to fuck with me because I'm fucking with him. You let me know when you're ready, fishy. I'll bring you in. Get that hook out of your mouth. I got him hooked pretty good. Another good one.
Woohoo! Number 6?
Yeah, I think it's probably 6. Okay, fishy, you're gonna live to another day. There you go. Bye-bye, fishy. All right, had enough fun fishing. That's a pretty awesome day of fishing. I caught like, what's 5 or 6?
6.
6? Or is it 5? Can't even remember now. We caught 2 rainbows.
3 browns.
Yeah, and we ate 2. 1 got away, and that's the 3rd. Yeah, so 6 good-sized fish. So if I was here with a bunch more people, we would have had a big fish fry, but it was just 2 of us. So, and those 2 brown trout we cooked up are pretty darn good. So now we're going to do some swimming and wash off the trail dust and the other stuff off our nasty bodies after 3 days out here.
With the Canadian geese.
Oh yeah, and we have a group of Canadian geese that have been making a bunch of noise the whole time. They're hanging out at this lake. Maybe it's a pit stop on their way south for the winter, because the winter's coming. All right. To say the least, it's invigorating. As the term goes, there's major shrinkage going on right now. Woo! It is cold, but it feels good. Woo! Takes your breath away.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stay in too long. This is a little bit too cold, but just wash off a little bit. Woo! You going to get in, baby?
Oh, okay.
My God, it's cold. Swimming's over with. More fishing and another fish. This spot is awesome. And no, I'm not going to give a waypoint where it's at, but it's an Immigrant Lake. That's all you need to know.
Wow. So this is a brown?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're browns. I always know rainbows, but I think this is a brown.
So how many have you caught?
This is the 7th one now.
So I guess that was 5 browns and 2 rainbow?
Yeah, the rainbows were the bigger ones. I'm glad I let both of those go because those suckers are nice. There's a lot of browns in here. They're all like decent size, you know? They're nice. They're all like good eating size.
How big do you think they are on average?
I don't know. I mean, that's like, this one's like maybe 1.5 pounds, I guess. Those rainbows are probably 2-pounders. Oh, this sucker's hooked good. Should have brought pliers, but there we go. Got him out. Another good one. Okay, fishy. Here you go. You're free. There you go. This is some good fishing. This is fun.
Going back for more?
Oh yeah. This is a rainbow trout colored Panther Martin. It's a bigger size, bigger body. I've had good luck with this color with these alpine lakes. So this one right here, this is a good one.
The magic.
We're done fishing for the day, and we just did a little bit of a hike further along the edge of Emigrant Lake. And now the trail is kind of going away from the lake, and we know we have a big day ahead of us tomorrow, so we're not going to wear our legs out doing it. Just wanted to give you another shot of this beautiful area pretty damn spectacular. The smoke kind of came in from the fires today. It's a little more smoky, but still incredible views. This is our last night at Emigrant Lake. We chose a spot in the sun because our campsite's shaded now, a little colder. So we're sitting on some granite. We've got a view of the lake. The sun is setting and can't get any better than this. And what are we having for dinner tonight, baby?
We're having chicken teriyaki and chicken and rice.
Yeah, it's a chicken dinner.
Yeah.
We could have had fish too because we caught so many fish, but we took enough fish from Emigrant Lake. Two good size brown or brook. I don't know. They're either brook or brown, but they weren't rainbows. But the two rainbows were the biggest by far. And we got the Canadian geese out there. Gonna be making racket tonight. All right. Doesn't get much better than this. And the smoke did come in, but now it kind of went away. It was looking really smoky, but a little bit of wind that's pushing it down valley or down the gorge. So pretty darn nice. There's the cool dome right above our campsite. It's pretty badass. And then we'll go around, show you the other view here. Okay, we're gonna eat some dinner and enjoy the sunset. The sun is setting behind the mountain. Dinner was pretty good. We both agree that chicken teriyaki was better than rice and chicken. And as soon as the sun does go down, it gets quite a bit colder and we have to go filter water again. Not the most favorite thing for me backpacking is the water filtration, but maybe I'll come up with a better system. I'm using an MSR ceramic one that when you're filtering lake water, it just gets clogged up pretty bad and then it filters really slow. But if you scrub it with a little scrubby pad, then it gets faster. But I might go to one of those Sawyer systems where you fill up the bag and you squeeze it through the filter. Yep, the sun has gone down. All right, baby. You ready to go filter water?
Yes.
Okay, let's go filter water.
Okay.
Well, after dinner, why not do some more fishing because it's so good. We actually have a couple people here that joined us. Jason and Galen, right? Yeah.
Say hi to our fans. How many fish did you guys get?
Got 6.
6?
6 brook trout.
Wow.
These are browns, right?
I think they're brook.
They're brown. See, I was wrong, so they're brook.
They're brook?
So that goes to show what I know.
Oh, they're brook. Okay.
I wasn't sure. I always know rainbows, but when it comes to the other ones, it's like I'm kind of guessing. This is another good size one. They're all good size. I caught one small one, and that was it. I like when they just fall off because then it's less work. So you guys got enough. You don't need this one, right?
No, we're good.
How big is this one? Another brown?
No, I guess they're brooks.
Brooks?
You know this one.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Nice brook trout.
So this makes how many fish caught?
8.
8. So 2 were rainbow and 6. Wow.
All right. Go home.
Be free. Pretty cool.
Okay, let's see if we catch one more and then we'll filter water.
Okay.
Okay, this will be the last cast and we'll filter some water. Got one. Close to the shore too. He must have followed it for a while.
How many fish does that make?
This is number 8. Number 8, guys.
Another brook?
Yeah, another brook.
Was that number 8 or number 9?
I don't know.
I think that was
8 or
9. I think that's 9.
Go home, fishy. Go home.
Bye, fishy. be free.
He's just chilling out right there. Hopefully he's going to swim off. We'll have to keep an eye on him. I think he's just recuperating.
He's like, what just happened?
Okay, the last thing before going to bed is filter more water. And this is one of my least favorite things to do because it's kind of tedious, but necessary because you need water. But look at the color in the sky with the sun setting. It's like pink on the mountains. It's pretty cool. Isn't it pink? It looks pink to me, huh?
Yeah. It's pretty majestic up here.
It's our second morning at Emigrant Lake, and we're going to be heading out and going back towards Kennedy Meadows. Our plan is to try to get all the way to Relief Reservoir. We passed Relief Reservoir on the way in, and I'm thinking if we can get to there, then maybe we could do some more fishing and have some more fish for dinner on our last night out here. So we'll have to see how we're feeling. Most of the way is going to be downhill, which is going to make it a lot easier. We're not going to be carrying a bunch of weight uphill. And also our packs are lighter now because we've eaten most of our food. So I'm hoping we can make it all the way to Relief Reservoir, and that could be our last campsite. And then we'll be closer to our ending point at Kennedy Meadows on our last hike out. So the last hike will be really short and pretty easy for us. We're a little bit drained. We're not getting the greatest sleep. That's the way it goes usually with backpacking. You don't get the greatest sleep because you're not sleeping in a comfortable bed like you are at home, but we're getting enough to survive. Anyways, we're gonna have some oatmeal and get the camp picked up, and then we're gonna get headed out. I forgot to mention our second day of hiking to Emigrant Lake from our first camping site. That ended up being about 7.5 miles and about 1,200 feet of elevation gain. So from Kennedy Meadows all the way to Emigrant Lake, it seems it's about 3,700 feet of elevation gain to get here. So if you're thinking you're going to do it all in one day, it's about 17 miles and 3,700 feet of climbing if you wanted to go for it. That would be a pretty heavy day, but I know some people can do it, especially if they're utilizing a lot of lightweight backpacking gear and they're going kind of minimalistic. They're not having a tent. Maybe they have like a lean-to kind of thing with a tarp. There's a lot of different things that people do to keep their weight down, but we started with our packs. Mine was about 35 and Alison's was about 28. And yeah, so we could do better, but that's about the starting weight we had with 1 liter of water each, about 28 pounds and 35 pounds. Anyways, we're going to get going with our day here. Okay, last shot of Emigrant Lake. We're heading back the way we came. And we are going to be going this way. So if everything works out as I hope, then we'll make it to Relief Reservoir for our last night of camping. Here we go. All right, we did a much better pace this morning getting up the 500 vertical feet to get up to this plateau. Now we're going to drop down into that little valley where Lunch Meadow is, and I think the rest of the way out is going to be not exactly easy, but a lot easier than going up because it's going to be overall elevation loss all the way to Kennedy Meadows. But we're going to try to make it to Relief Reservoir. We'll see how we do. What do you think, baby?
I hear there's an echo.
Echo?
There's an echo of your voice.
Oh! Oh, yeah, big echo. Oh! Oh, oh! Okay, echo. All right, we're going to keep on hiking down now. All right, we're heading back down through Lunch Meadow. As you can see in the background, super smoky. Too bad that we couldn't show you a much grander view from here because you could see pretty far if it wasn't for all the smoke, but there's quite a bit of smoke from the fires in California that have settled in here. We're still somewhere around, I don't know, maybe 8,500 feet, maybe between 85 and 9,000, I think. But yeah, quite a bit of smoke today. More than when we were coming up. So we're going down valley through Lunch Meadow. We made it to Relief Reservoir. We found a good campsite and there's still some sun shining, so we're going to go swimming and fishing. Pretty nice reservoir. You can't see it all from where we're at. It goes much further off to the left there. But it looks nice and deep, and hopefully we'll catch some fish too. We'll see. The sun is setting on us at Relief Reservoir. The swimming, as anticipated, was cold, but felt good to get clean. The fishing is not so great so far. We're going to keep on trying for a little bit longer, but then it's going to get dark pretty soon, so we'll see if we catch something. But pretty beautiful spot. More people now because it's a Saturday, and this is actually fairly close to Kennedy Meadows, and so we have some company. Unlike at Emigrant, we only had 2 people there in 2 days. But there's a few groups here today. Bye-bye, son. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Here's our camp for tonight. And we won't be cooking any fish because we didn't catch any fish. Not as good as Immigrant Lake, or I just don't know exactly where to go at Relief Reservoir. So mountain house meals it is for our last night. No trout. Oh well, we'll survive. Hey baby.
What?
How far did we hike today? How many miles and how much elevation?
It was about 10.2 miles, and the elevation drop was like 2,300, I think. But we increased, I think it was 850.
So dropped 2,300 but gained 800.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Okay, let's eat some mountain house meals. I think we got beef stroganoff and something else.
You're not saying it how you
Beef
normally...
stroke me off.
Right.
Stroganoff.
Right. Doesn't that sound good?
Yeah, beef stroganoff. Okay. Yum, yum. Here's a view of the reservoir from a rock outcropping just above our campsite. We're gonna have dinner with a view. And we have some neighbors over there. And then we have Grouse Creek coming in right there at that inlet. Here's a view of the mountains above us. We'll pan back over here. We're going to be going out that way, down that valley. Okay, time for beef stroganoff or stroganoff and chili mac. This is our last day of the trip. We're going to be hiking out to Kennedy Meadows. It's Sunday, so we're planning on staying at Kennedy Meadows area at one of the campgrounds for Sunday because we don't want to fight traffic coming back into San Jose. So we're just going to hang out and then drive home Monday. So it's going to be a pretty relaxing day. I think it's only about 4 miles out to Kennedy Meadows. Eating some oatmeal. How's the oatmeal, baby?
It's good.
And then gonna go filter water where Grouse Creek is dumping into Relief Reservoir, and then we're gonna get on the trail. Should be back pretty early today. We hiked up along Grouse Creek from our campsite and found the trail. We actually filtered water right here on our way up. And then now we are going this way, right baby?
That's right.
About 4 miles to Kennedy Meadows. Here we go. Lead it out, baby. Here's a final view of Relief Reservoir. It's going to be out of sight pretty soon on our way back. Bye-bye, Relief Reservoir. Here's some fall colors for you. Some nice yellow. There's Alison.
Hi.
Yeah, got some nice fall colors going on here. Okay, let's keep going down the mountain. Mush, mush.
Look how pretty.
Yeah. Got the birdies singing to us right now. All right. Lead it out, woman.
Yes, man.
Yeah, yeah. We're going down this cool rocky chute with the river in the background. It's a pretty cool section of the trail. And Alison's setting a pretty blistering pace down this. She's moving.
This is just some of the sample of the steps.
Some pretty magnificent views on the way out, just like we had on the way in. Nice little waterfalls coming down the mountain. Okay, let's keep going, baby. Lead it out. We just passed the Emigrant Wilderness boundary point, so we're getting close to the end. We made it to the sign, so I guess we're sort of officially done. It now turns into a fire road, and we make our way back out to the Kennedy Meadows area and get a burger. And we are done. Time for a beer, a burger, fries, maybe some whiskey. Who knows what else, but we earned it. We did a lot of miles and a lot of elevation gain. And so we're gonna enjoy some good grub and some beer and whiskey maybe. All right, signing out. Here's a plaque of some of the history of the immigrants of 1852 to 1853. I don't know if you're gonna be able to read it, but I'm not gonna read it to you.
Your mom's family there. Grandparents all not maybe. And my grandmother ran out here and they